Good morning, this is John, host of Mgtow is Freedom. That's right, Mgtow is Freedom. Men going their own way. It leads to individual freedom. And ultimately, we will liberate mankind. Eventually, or is it hopefully? Hopefully enough men learn their lesson and start thinking. Stop listening to what women have to say and start thinking for themselves. So this video is going to be a continuation of another theme I had in another video, but it is about women. They're always right. They are. They'll tell you. They'll tell you how they're always right. They'll find some way to say, I'm always right. And of course the implication is, what they imply is you are always wrong as a man. You can't be right. You're always fucking up. And women are great at this. They're perfect. They're very careful about pointing out how you failed. Sometimes they're subtle. Other times they're not. But they are always right. So before I jump into the big meat of this, I want to say, hey, give this video, all Mgtow videos, a thumbs up. All Mgtow channels a thumbs up, so that YouTube has to see Mgtow as a movement or an idea that's popular. And they'll recommend it to more and more people. And hopefully more people in the social justice warrior network. I really am kind of sad that there's not enough bitches on my channel trying to fight with me. You guys would just attack and kill them anyways, which is great. I kind of love seeing it when they stick their heads out and they get hammered down. And I've had the opportunity to hammer a few personally, but maybe you will let me have the next one. All right, so also, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. This channel and all Mgtow channels appear to be growing very nicely. I have done something that not many do, and that's put my face out here. I am not afraid of these bitches. They can't hurt me. All they can do is help me. That's all they can do. Because I am not attached to them. My success is not dependent upon women. It's dependent on me alone. And I recognize that. All they can do is change opportunities for me. Or change things in the world. And it creates more opportunities for me. Because I see the world not as a place that I have to hide from. But rather, it is a place I go to be a man. I get up in the morning, look in the mirror, grab a handful of nuts and say, I'm a man, right? Grab my cock. I have the penis. I'm the man. I make it happen for myself. I don't enter the world after that afraid of what others are going to do to me. I'm not stupid, but I'm not afraid. And fear is a big controlling factor. Big controlling factor. So these women out here want to control you with fear, guilt, shame, every manipulation they can. And they're doing it. They've done it to me, and they used to do it to me. They try to do it to me still. It just doesn't have the same effect. And that effect is me listening to them and believing them, right? They are never wrong, and they want you to believe that. They want me to believe that. I don't. That is one of their fear control techniques they use on us. When you think about a woman who says, or implies that you're always wrong and she's always right, what does that do to us as men? It makes us fearful. We become afraid of being wrong, and we're afraid of it being pointed out by others. I had an argument a few days ago, it was a couple weeks ago now, with a friend, a debate, and it was about being wrong, being right. And I said, look, the greatest batting average ever was held by Ted Williams. Right? He batted 400 plus in 1 year. No one's ever come close to that since. Batted 400, man, that's fucking awesome, right? The greatest ever. But if you look at that in terms of right and wrong, if you balance his ability to get on base versus going back to the dugout and taking a seat, he was only right 2 out of 5 times. That is, 3 out of 5 times he was wrong about whether to swing or not. Right? So he was wrong 3 out of 5 times, but he's still the greatest batting average of all time. What does that tell us as men? It's okay to be wrong. You don't have to fear being wrong. And being right is good enough, even if it's only 2 out of 5 times. But women will tell you they're always right and they're never wrong. They're batting 1,000. And we're stupid enough as men to believe them. Not anymore, but there are times when I go, oh God, yeah, she's always right. She's telling me, right? And you hear it again and again and again. That fucking chainsaw in your ear. I'm right. Nag, nag, nag. You're wrong. And so we become fearful of being wrong. That's what women do to men. They bring fear into our lives. If it's not fear, it's hesitancy, right? They want you to hesitate and defer to them. You say, I think we should do this, and they go, remember last time you thought we should do something, this is what happened. And they bring that memory of being wrong into the present and use that to prejudice your current decision or thinking, to cause hesitancy so that you listen to them. And they love to tell you how right they are. Because women want to be like men as feminists. Feminist women want to be like men. They want to be smart. They want to be right. They want to be powerful. They're none of those things. It is you, the man, who is all of those things. So they'll tear you down to build themselves up. But they're not right all the time. They're not. They're not even right half the time. They're not even Ted Williams right. If women were right all the time, the world would be perfect. Would it not? If they were correct in their thinking, if they were right, marriages would not fail. If women were right, marriages would not be buried in debt. There wouldn't be mortgages on houses. Everyone would make money on Wall Street if women were right. Our kids would all behave perfectly if women were right. So what am I saying? I'm saying they're fucking wrong a lot, and a lot more than men. I look at another indicator to find out if women are right or not. They have been pushing as the part of the social engineering program since the 80s to get through that glass ceiling. Oh yes, that glass ceiling that women bump their heads on and just can't get through to get into executive management and up as CEOs. But now they have. They've made an artificial, government-induced, social engineered hole for their ladder to get through. And there are a lot of women CEOs now. And guess what? I watch them fuck up all the time. And there are a few that can get it done. Now, don't get me wrong. There are smart